Oh, they're still driving by. Last night at my one client's, somebody drove by and said, we found that phone call from Will. And he didn't know about the girlfriend. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Look, because where Michelle's mother said, we called Will, we explained to Michelle, and he set it up. Nobody had ever helped her. August 10th or 11th, 22, Walmart 62 by the hair salon, they start calling. She's got a bad habit of bragging. She's very pathetic. She's extremely pathetic. She thinks because they're a retired judge, they're clout, and that they can commit crimes, and they can pay anybody they want off. Mm-hmm. And they're that pathetic that they would have to do that. So, because he asked me, do you know if he has a girlfriend? And I'm like, I really don't know. And that's why I didn't hang up on that phone call, trying to catch him. And some guy starts rambling in the back. And he said, she doesn't know, stop. See, he did know. See, I didn't call him back for 4 days. He did know. The whole thing, like they said, he set it up. Nobody had ever helped her. And it's funny. They're going along with it instead of doing the right thing and help her. That man needs to go to jail. How many other people did he set up? My one friend that used to work for a prosecutor's office said these backdoor deals of people setting people up and paying people off so that the victim gets victimized or killed. It happens all the time. And until somebody else picks it up, that victim gets victimized or killed. And these pathetic people playing Fatal Attraction, how pathetic are they? You gotta think, you've never seen somebody before, and they've only lived outside of town for 3 days, and they walk in a store and ask you to help kill her or their wife. You call 911. But they're in it with drug dealers. So yeah, sure, some dirty guy. Tiger Josh, sure. Dates that girl on a rouge. Uh-huh. Thinking they're gonna get her that house, the jewelry. Uh-huh. Within 3 days, I was not there 6 days when they broke in my door, and he made up that pathetic excuse of another realtor passing out keys, and they can't. It's a legal issue. It has to be in a lockbox. No one else can have the key. They can have a code to get the key out, but they can't actually have the physical key. And setting up cameras watching the wife and stalking her. Do you realize how mentally ill they are? And then breaking in and date rape drugging her and telling her to say stupid stuff. Do you realize how mentally ill these people are? And very schizophrenic psychopaths. They're very mentally ill. And pathetic. And sorrowfully pathetic. That they would have to go to that extreme to marry their daughter off. And you know what's fun? That's where it's got funny. He used him to get everything he wanted. And then dumped the girl. He used all these pathetic people on a rouge and then dumped her. One of the guys that watched me from where the agent, to cover his ass, put me in protective light custody, had a cop talk today per requirements of justice, the Fourth Amendment. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life, and they have to speak to everyone before they start, or it's a legal search and seizure, and it's not admissible, okay? But how pathetic that family is. Think about that. That they would go to that extreme. It's like the Fatal Attraction movie. Some guy cheats on his wife, and the new girlfriend starts stalking her, and then hurting her, and she didn't know who, and then she kills her. To take over the life. It's sick. They're that mentally ill. And now that he dumped her, they left me alone for like 9 months. And as soon as he dumped her, where they did the asshole stuff while they were stalking me, I guess they photoshopped a shower scene, and people went to the Canton police and told on him. and the drugs and told to say stuff before under date rape drugs in their stocking films. Uh-huh. And then they paid off that agent. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And he needs to go to jail for that. Mm-hmm. He does need to go to jail for that. He was going to let me, my daughter-in-law, and my grandchildren die. And he does need to go to jail for that. And, you know, it's, like I said, Melissa, my ex-daughter-in-law, should not even ever met the girlfriend. Dave wasn't going to that church at that time. And she should have never even met her. Ever. But that cult was already trying to kill me the 4 times. And they all got together and came up with a giggle, giggle, giggle. But see, where they didn't put me in protective custody, they found Melissa friends with that pathetic girl and telling the kids to lie. And the kids on Thanksgiving, for the house wasn't meant for Grandma, it was meant for Auntie Shaw and Papa. And Grandma needs to get out. And then later on the floor, they were making everything up. They're documenting me, Gabe Zipperton. Mm-hmm. Laughing for the pathetic girl that got nothing. Serves him right. Some guy came up to me yesterday. No one's to say a word. We found out that family didn't get anything out of this. How dare you participate trying to steal everything from the wife for a retired judge's daughter that they can pay off an agent? They just wanted everything and thought they could get that pathetic girl married off. And he just used them. And then use the kids, grandkids for giggle, giggle, giggle. And all the police know they lied. And I don't think their shower scene being assholes and date rape drugging me before is funny. And me just waking up with bruises and getting sick on drinks. It's highly illegal. And so is stalking me. And they need to stop being so pathetic and schizophrenic. And they better stop slandering me, or it's going to be a very big lawsuit. Because the Portage County Sheriff said it was none of them. Because that would be illegal. Because I would dare. One of my guys were laughing. Any officer looks at any of their weird tapes before, she'll turn them in the Department of Justice. Oh, hell yeah. Somebody can't break in your home and stalk you for a pathetic girl they can't marry off. Uh-huh. And Photoshop shower scenes and date rape drug you. And then another cop look at it and question you. Yes, I want to press charges. They're like, we know anybody who looks at that? She turned them in the Department of Justice. They go to jail for aiding and abetting. Mm-hmm. Heartbeat. Last night, yeah, somebody drove by my other clients. We found that phone call. Will did know about the girlfriend. He did. Mm-hmm. The whole thing was a setup. That's why he was so mean and so hateful. And to cover his ass, he started the protective life case and walked away. And had the cop talk to Dave per requirements of justice. And left me up there today. They could have just gave me the money. I would have left. They could have had everything. But that would be human. And when people don't have human emotions, you can't expect them to act human. Someone needs to put them in jail. They better never slander me again. Or there needs to be a police abuse attorney. And if any of them are connected to that Portage County Sheriff's that are denying they would never be in my home because that would be illegal. Nor knowledge of anybody ever being in my home before a protective life case. Because that would be illegal. So where Michelle's family was just being assholes, stalking me. And date rape drugging me. Being assholes because she's psycho. And her family's psycho. Sociopath disorder. They don't know right from wrong. And they can't feel empathy for people. They're the serial killers that do this shit. And it's genetic. And they got nothing out of it. That's where it's funny. People that were following me came in Dollar General yesterday. Said we all realize everybody helping out in this, that Karen's the victim. I am on ungodly levels. And the police that are helping out in this, they better start referring to me as a good cops. What do the good cops say about me? Karen's one of the best women you'd ever meet in life. Don't you ever disrespect her. Karen almost died to save those people. Don't you ever disrespect her. We found all the kids lying in 2018. They just wanted the house for that girl. Okay? They're documenting me games of pretend. Okay? And for we all know this woman's innocent. And it's ridiculous for any child to be afraid of Karen. She's nothing but good and love. So we're going to refer to them like the other ones do, like I'm a hero, that I almost died to save my family. Oh, and they will tell you I'm a victim of an occult that drugged me and tried to kill me. So we will change our asshole behavior that you Photoshop shower scenes for the pathetic family. And date rape drugged me and told me to say something stupid. Or do I need to get a police abuse attorney and find out if you're connected to that? Or find out who retired Judge Pete is and sue his dumb ass for ever invading my privacy and having me stalked. Now, on a whole different note, during the case, they had told me one of my neighbors were stalking me. They didn't know why and were watching him for a while. During the case, there was a tall white man with black hair. He was heavy set and glasses. Showed up over 20 times. He was outside Shine, September 23rd, 21. He walks while I'm getting my hair done. He walks behind Altworks with another guy. Okay? July 1st of 18, there is a picture of my backwoods with a deer with its head turned. And you move it over and there's a head, a shoulder with glasses. Now, Massillon police are looking for Steve and Eric for stalking me. Okay? Now, I was having a lot of weird dreams up there that I'd wake up in a foggy haze and a man would walk across my room, lay down and hold me. I'd turn towards him and I couldn't see his face and I felt safe for a moment and the room would go black. They said it was actually Steve raping me, that he's a serial rapist breaking in people's homes. Now, is that the neighbor they were watching for him stalking me for a while? That the Massillon police were looking for. Because people are acting like he raped me before. Where I was always with Dave and we made love all the time. I wouldn't know I was violated. And it wasn't a dream. It was a drug taste of him raping me. They need to find out if that neighbor that was stalking me, they didn't know why, if his name was Steve. Stalking his victim by day and then raping him by night. And Judge Pete's family for that pathetic girl trying to steal everything I had in life and walk away with nothing need to leave me the hell alone. And their dirty cop friends need to never slander me again for their asshole behavior. And they need to start talking about me like the good cops. Or I can get a police abuse attorney that works on, commission. And I'll tell you what, they find out any of them are connected to that police department. They'd love to have half of $10 million. Do we understand? I did a tape yesterday saying that. I walked out because I had my apartment booked when the neighbors went, oh my goodness, Karen's threatening a police abuse attorney. Do we understand? Correct your asshole behavior and never disrespect me again. And you better start telling people she's a victim of a cult that drugged her and tried to kill her before. And Dave's crazy ex-girlfriend was having her stalked and did a bunch of shitty stuff with some friends. And no, it's not funny they did it, because the Camp police already know some weird tapes before were photoshopped and drugged. And they're looking for who did it. Yeah.